Hello and welcome to another scene stalking video. This one is going to focus on the recently released teaser trailer for Wednesday Season 2. Now this will be fairly brief because there were only 2 exterior locations shown that I am able to find. I tried really hard to find the airport location, but as that was only an interior shown, no dice. So without further ado, let's find those 2 locations. Okay, let's start things off with this lovely shot of the Addams is driving towards Nevermore, which is in the distance on the other side of a lake. This is a real lake. Much of the image, though, is CGI. So what is real is everything in the foreground, the lake itself, or Lough, L-O-U-G-H, as it's called in Ireland. The beach is real, and the general shape of the hills in the distance is real. What's been added is everything above the beach is fake, including Nevermore, of course, to about here. So shaped roughly like that, that's all added in. Also, the hillside over here is barren in real life, just rocky and barren. So they've added all this vegetation in. So there aren't that many hilly lakes near Dublin. There's about 5. So searching on Google Maps, just map crawling and looking at them, I wasn't able to find a match for this image. Of course, the CGI was throwing me off. So on a whim, I decided to feed it into Google image search to see if it could find a match. And amazingly, it did. In fact, it was the second hit, I think, which is the second best performance I've ever seen Google reverse image search do. So bravo, Google. Here is the image that I found via Google's reverse image search, and it is the exact same location, but you can see that better if I throw it up side by side with the image from the trailer. Okay, with them side by side, we can now do a better comparison. The thing that caught my eye was this tree here and this tree here. They're the same tree. The other thing that caught my eye was this beach here and this beach here. They're the same beach. So let's take a look at this now on Google Maps. So here is the lake in Ireland that it's at. It's Lough Tay, T-A-Y, and the beach is over here. The reason it says Catgat Vikings is because that beach is where they built the Viking village for the TV show Vikings. So this is used in Irish film production already. And the exact spot that the Addams car is sitting is right here. The reason I know that is because this is the only road in the area that is in woods. As you can see, there's like a little arc of woods. There's just a single road that runs through it. It goes up to this lodge, Lough Lodge. That was the article. That was what the article was about. That had the image that was taken from the exact same spot. And also, it's the only street that has a turn to the right. So we've got a right curve in woods by a spot where you can see out across the lake. And I will tilt Google Maps to match that as best I can. So that is roughly the view that we get in the image. So that is the exact spot. And here is the other location, Pilgrim World. As soon as I saw this image in the teaser trailer, I immediately recognized where it was. So the things we're going to pay attention to are this T-shaped bridge, this section here and this section here. The main part of the bridge goes across a small pond. The second section goes from the bridge to a small island in the middle of the pond. That's important. And more importantly, are these towers and palisade in the background. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towers and a palisade. So let's find this on Google Maps. And here is that same place on Google Street View. So here are the 6 towers and the palisade. Matches up very nicely. The little pond that has the T-shaped bridge is not visible from Google Street View, so unfortunately I'm going to have to go to Overhead, which is not in 3D. It's an older section of map that they haven't made in 3D yet. I'll match it up as best I can with what we saw. Here's the section of bridge that goes shore to shore, and here's the section of bridge that goes from bridge to the little island. And up here is that palisade with the 6 towers again. Now the reason I recognized this immediately was because way back in 2023, like a year and a half ago, when they first announced that Wednesday Season 2 would be filming in Ireland, they announced the 2 studios it would be shooting at, Ardmore Studios and Ashford Studios. Here's the Ashford Studio building. So I had already scouted out this location on Google Maps and saw that this was a good possibility to be adapted for Pilgrim World. So I'm pleased that my speculation was correct. The other studio that they shoot the interiors at is Ardmore Studio, that is up in Bray. And its main building is bright red, so it's really easy to find. As you can see, lots of studio space here. This one also has a backlot. It's smaller, but they build entire small cities here. If I can go to Street View and let's go to a different date. Yeah, you can see they've had backlots here. They'll build them and tear them down completely. They have less space, so they have to tear them down more frequently as they're located in an urban area. So for sure, the interiors are at these 2 studios. That is the extent of what I can match up for the teaser trailer. Again, I wish I could find the airport location, as it takes up almost half of the video, but unfortunately it's hard to locate an interior if you don't have an exterior view. So that is how I found those things in this.